So I am, oh, which camera should I do? Oh, I am Ming, otherwise known as Suzie Wong of Singapore, which I'll give you a bit of a background of why Suzie Wong. So I'm the owner of Acro Polates, maybe you can't see it right now, but Acro stands for acrobatic, Polates we play on the word Pilates. So I had a vision to start a pole studio 13 years ago. In fact, I pride myself to be one of the pioneers. So that's why I'm going to tell you why Suzie Wong. So for 7 years, I lost track of time. I was an entertainer, I'm a singer. So I play a Suzie Wong character in Cheongsam, Qi Pao, whatever you call that, this retro game that sings. And after doing that for over 20 years, I just want to add things into my performance and start to diversify a little instead of just singing. So I was looking for some stuff to get, and at the same time get fit. I tried belly dance, I tried a couple of things, and when I first touched the pole 16 years ago, I fell in love with it. It was more for fitness, but I said, hey, maybe, just maybe I can put that in a performance. And I did after 3 months. After the first invert, which I struggled, I said, okay, I'm going to perform super pole. Back then, there were no mobile poles that went out to events, so I actually got carpenter to fabricate it. Very heavy because we didn't know what weight would be able to hold a person's weight up there without the ceiling, so it's like kind of this. So it's very heavy, and when we first started the shows, 4 burly guys, really burly guys, need to lift that pole into an event and lift it off. That was how challenging it was, but I braved that challenge. I really wanted it, and voila, I'm the first person to be bringing a pole dance performance in Singapore to an event. Very hard to sell in the beginning because look at the way we are dressed, right? Not a lot of CEOs, not a lot of religious people would agree to it. But nevertheless, when they saw the performance, they realized that it's not silly and sensuality. It was very athletic, it was fun, it was something that, an eye-opener to a lot of people. Okay, so far, I know it's supposed to be a short history. Fast forward, that was 16 years ago. So after doing that for like 2 or 3 years, I always have girls after an event running out, asking me, well, it was amazing, where did you learn it? And back then, there were really not many schools. In fact, there were 2, but they are now defunct, to be honest. So no other schools after the one that I learned. So I said, okay, let's start it. I didn't have students. I don't know what to, to teach. And this is actually the flagship, the first and up to now the only pole studio. I have other studios, but pole is the only one that's been here 13 years. Small, cozy, boutique, and very thankful that, it has survived even up to now with the golden situation.
So what is pole? I mean, do we call it pole or pole dancing? What do you call it officially?
Okay, so for me personally, when I started, I call it pole fitness. Okay, I came from a background, an era when I learned it was everybody just thought that pole dancing is like this.
Yeah.
Okay, right? So I was in a community of international people who, to be honest, a lot of them were ex-club dancers, who were exiting that scene, and they were all fit and muscly, and they were very committed into making this a fitness. So I was in a community of these people, and we did everything we can to dispel the mindset, the misconception. I would say, the concept, the label that is a sexy dance. So we wanted to just call it pole fitness. We didn't want to do this. We did everything that's strong, inversion, things that make us very fit and muscly. And but along the way, 13 years now, it's gone one cycle. We have done such a great job in introducing this to mainstream that people are now going back to this and this. It's very strange for us to witness it, but it's great. So people are embracing it now. So there's, in fact, if you look at pre-COVID days, there were competitions that were dedicated to just exotic dance. When we first organized competition, it was like pole fitness, no heels, no sexy, no shaking of the ass. But now it's encouraged. So beautiful. So I have actually seen the whole evolution and the revolution of it, and it's amazing. So now anything goes. Pole dancing, exotic pole. So many genres have actually now been octopus out of this pole fitness, which is great. I love it.
When did this become a movement for fitness as a whole?
Yes.
I mean, like you said, it's always been related or tagged along with the stadium part of life. But when did this become a fitness movement?
Okay, so if I won't put a timeline to it, but I would say there about 20 years ago, that was where I told you like the community was formed where people recognized that going up the pole actually is kind of like an extreme sport, nothing much different from a rock climbing, aerial silks or aerial hoop, that kind of stuff. And so I was very appreciative of this group of ladies. In fact, I could name a few if you want me to, like people like Katie Coates, Jamila Deville, and Fournier Mondi. All these were the pioneers. So I was there about 20 years ago. But to really now blossom into, these, you can find it in class passes, just like one of the fitness classes. I would say about maybe 10. Again, I can't be very certain, but 10 years. In fact, now I've opened 13 years. I would say 5-6 years ago, a lot of more studios were open up, a lot more. So it only goes to show the popularity. In fact, when I met this very famous girl, teacher from Seoul, she said that in Seoul alone there were 1,000 schools. 1,000. Here, like 10 already. I found so many. They have 1,000. That's how popular it is.
Okay.
I know, crazy, right?
What kind of benefits do we get from doing this pole dancing?
Okay, so I would say this is a very good replacement for gym workout. Okay, nothing against gym, but personally, if you ask me to spend an hour just lifting weights, I'd rather lift my own body weight here and doing all kind of different stunts and working out different parts of my body. So I would say it's a very good replacement for that. And plus, you get to bring out that inner desire of yours. A lot of us actually started because we didn't have the chance to be a gymnast when we were younger. So now it's kind of similar, or an acrobat. I mean, now, of course, classes are much more abundant for the young kids. If I tell you I've been an entertainer for 20 over years, you can roughly calculate my age. In fact, those gymnastic classes were not in all the schools. So we didn't have that exposure. And now we are fulfilling that inner desire to be a circus performer, to be a gymnast. And also, if you love to dance, and like for me, the minute I touch the floor, I have 2 left feet. But once I'm up there, I'm graceful and elegant because of the strength that I built. And so you can literally channel that artistic value in you. Like again, for this studio, we are very huge on not conforming you to a certain type. Like you have to be that stripperish girl or whatever. You can be a very like tribal. You can do puppets. You can do just fit. You can don on the 7-inch heel and wear your undies and just be your sexy self. So very encouraging towards what you want to derive your path.
So this definitely is performed with music, right?
Very good question. Yes, I would say generally, but again, if you look at competition these days, there are people who just do with drum beats. Who do with like silence, like telling a story kind of stuff. So anything goes.
Can be quite
theatrical, yes. In fact, traditionally, a lot of the pole competition are pole arts and pole fit. So pole art, you have those lyrical, very contemporary, emo storytelling. Then fit would be like regular beats and people just boom, 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 go out and then like, just all fitness, trick after trick.
It's just aerobics on the pole.
Yes. That's a very good description. And then of course, exotic will be your 50 Shades of Grey kind of kind of music, very sensuous one. And in fact, just to let you in a little secret, every year we have this students recital. We organize except for COVID. Last year we did an online one, but every year we go to a physical place. where students from here get to perform and instructors as well. For next year, actually, I am trying to see whether I can do it with lion dance kind of joggers. Yeah, I know.
That would be very theoretical.
Hopefully, yeah. I'm always very experimental and see what works.
Back to the benefits thing. So, meaning, okay, I mean, I've seen a few videos and all that. Does it mean that we firstly need to have a certain amount of strength and fitness, and secondly, we need a certain amount of flexibility before we can start?
Okay, so everybody is very interested in this question, which I am so happy to answer. So, if you already have strength, if you already have flexibility, that means it's no longer, a workout I like to introduce to beginners. So I always want to tell people that this thing will build your strength and build your flexibility. I won't say build, but it's very much encouraged. That means when you come for conditioning, that will be one of the things you will encourage, but you don't have to be that first. I would say, just like as a singer, I want to be a power singer before I want to be a soft singer, because if I only just do the soft thing, I can never do the powerful thing. So I would like to build your strength first. So this studio, being the pioneer and being the first, we have a very good program step by step to build your foundation. So later I will demonstrate that how we use just arm strength to do spins until you build up your arms, and then slowly transfer into building your other parts of the body. Now once you have that strength, you look at your videos and like, oh, okay, I've got certain strength, but I lack the flexibility to make it look nice, and that's when you want to do the flexibility stuff. Now, of course, if you already have strength, if you come from a rock climbing background, if you come from a surfing background or a gymnastic background, this is going to be so much easier for you, which is what sometimes we hate. It takes 4 years to hone a particular trick, and sometimes we see a brand new person who's a gymnast coming in to pick up 4 days and she can do the same thing as I did 4 years ago. That's life, So if you already have a background, everything should be easier for you. But if you don't, I cannot say, oh, you don't have strength and flexibility, don't come. Cannot. I will make sure you get that. But you have to endure the better scars, because certainly there's a certain element of pain today, strength tomorrow. That's why it's up.
Do you want to reset?